Anyone else here born 9 months after 9/11? Just me again? That's shocking. I've been seeing a lot of Avatar thirst traps recently. The blue people, not the children. And they've earned it. You know, they are very pretty, the Avatars. Have you all seen it? Have you seen the Avatar movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know, they're very pretty. But they're also very one note in the way that they're pretty. Did anyone else leave those movies going, where are the thick Na'vi, you know? Like, are there no chubby Na'vi in all of Pandora? Right, so I went home and I Googled it, and we gotta take a second to appreciate how validating the internet is when you ask it questions about fictional worlds. You know, every time it's like, yes, very good question, so glad you asked. And for where are the chubby Na'vi, the first search result is a Reddit thread where this guy explains, this is a direct quote, he explains, the Na'vi are all slim because they had to get in shape for the movie. Which is a wonderful quote, right? Because there's a couple of ways to read this, you know? The first is that he misspoke, right? He made a typo, and what he meant to say is the actors had to get in shape for the movie. But even that demonstrates a really interesting misconception about the film, right? That he thinks that the CGI can create the dragons and the water and the entire world of Pandora, but that the actors' body types are exactly what we're seeing when we look at the Na'vi. He's at home like, oh man, I get it, like they worked out really hard, but like how did they get so tall? Like that was going over my head. But the other possibility, which is way more fun, is that this guy did not make a typo, and he thinks that the Avatar are real people. In which case, I would love to be this man, you know? It must have been incredible to leave that movie like, wow, what a great documentary about the Na'vi people. They must have worked really hard to get in shape when they heard a camera crew was coming there. It's inspiring. Did anyone else here learn how to text from the first person you dated? I know some of you are like, geez, I learned how to text from the first person I gave birth to. But I swear this demonstrates that I was a little behind the times of my generation, because I didn't get a phone until high school, and so the first person I was texting every day was my ex, which means that my texting style is just 100% plagiarized from how he would text. But I like to imagine that for him, watching me learn how to text was like in a movie when the scientist realizes they've accidentally taught the robot too much, you know? It's like, oh no, what have I done? It's exactly like me. I gotta destroy it now. I like to pretend that's why he broke up with me. Really, it was because I was gay. But I went to GSA in high school, the Gay Straight Alliance. And going to GSA while you're in a straight relationship is a lot like going to an AA meeting while actively intoxicated. It's just disappointing for everyone involved. But I went to GSA in high school, and the concept of GSA rocks, because I don't think a single straight person has ever gone to GSA, but it's this perfect little caveat for closeted kids, you know? They're like, it's a club for gay people, but it's also for anybody else who isn't gay. Like, imagine any other type of club doing that, being like, it's a chess club, but it's also for anybody else who doesn't play chess. It's the Chess Player, Non-Chess Player Alliance. The CPN-CPA, if you will. You can go there and you can be around other people who play chess, but you can still go home and tell your parents that you have never played chess in your life. I'm a big fan of writing my name on things that I own so that if I lose them, they might get returned to me. But I like to imagine that celebrities who used to be famous but have kind of fallen out of the limelight just start getting random stuff that they once autographed returned to them. It's like, oh man, this poor guy must have dropped like 100 pictures of himself. Thank God he put his name on all of them. I'm like chronically a people pleaser, not on purpose or anything, I'm just a pleasure to be around. But I was a bit of a nervous kid, and did anyone else get nervous as a kid that your babysitter wasn't going to have a good time? Like that your babysitter wasn't going to have fun when they came over to your house? My mom would be like, okay, Sheila's going to come over and look after you, and I'd be like, really, Mom? I'm not old enough to be left alone in the house, but you think I know how to host a stranger for 4 hours? You're the mutual friend here. Do not leave us alone together. You know how parents will pay the babysitter kind of subtly so that the kid can live in the illusion that they were just hanging out? My mom would get home and I'd be like, Mom, please pay her. I don't know if I did a good enough job. Okay, that's all I've got. Thank you.